Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's episode what we're going to do is we're going to get the wheels away to powder coat. We're going to replace the tie rod and the track rod end on the driver's side. We're also going to check for any damage to the suspension, the hub, anything like that. And we'll get all that swapped out. And then we'll very quickly give the car a service once all that's done. And we should be pretty much there. So with that, let's crack on. I know the powder coat is waiting for me to drop the wheels off. So let's go do that first. And then we'll come back and start tackling the driver's side wheel. Right, so back from the powder coaters. Before we start stripping that wheel, I completely forgot that I got this in the mail. It's for the orange ST. So let's open that just quick, and then we'll jump back onto this car. Right, so as you can see, I need that side skirt bit there. For anybody wondering whether my car is actually red or orange, let's go find out. So, it might look the same on camera. Believe me, that is not the right colour. Stands out like a sore thumb. Anyway, let's get this fit for just now. We'll get this resprayed at some point in time. But for just now, let's refit it, crack on with the white one. And we're back in the garage again. And what we've got to try and do now, we've got to try and get this boot off. And to do that, I'm going to have to take off that tiny little clip that's hiding right there. So I'm going to get that off, and I'll be back with you guys in just a sec. My goodness, that was no fooling. That thing was tricky to get off. And as you can tell, these are one use only. So I have to buy a new one of these when I go to put the boot back on. But for just now, that's that clip off, so that boot's now free. So let's get the track rod off, and then we'll hopefully get the tie rod out, swap them out for new ones. Let's get to it. Right, so now that that's all off, what I need to wait for is the tool that's going to remove that. And hopefully that should arrive in the next couple of days. So with that, we now need to try and figure out why the wheel's cambering the way it is. And most of this stuff looks okay, but I did notice the suspension isn't quite sitting flush with where it was originally, telling the back one as well. So with that, let's strip the suspension out of the car, see if it's the suspension that's causing the camber problem, and if not, we'll check the wishbones. Right, now with the suspension out of the car, I'm now thinking it's the suspension that's got the problem. And the reason why I think that is, first of all, that is on a really odd angle compared to the other side, which I just checked. And the whole strut just doesn't look right. So if you look at it on an angle like that, it looks bent. Ignore this, that's just rubber. But I think it does look twisted if you look at it on the side angle. And because we know the car's taking a knock on this side, I'm just going to replace this completely. The spring's good. It's not damaged in any way, shape or form. So we'll replace the strut. We'll replace the top mount as well, because it could be damaged too. And having compared everything else on this side, everything else looks okay. I was basically taking measurements from this side and comparing them to the other side, which we know is good. And nothing seems out of place or bent or twisted or anything like that. So that's all good, as far as I'm aware just now. So with that, I'm going to get on the phone to the local parts guys at Pentland Components, because they're awesome. Highly recommend them if you live in the Edinburgh area. They're really, really helpful and really good. So I'll phone them, get a strut, get a top mount, pick up the wheels at the same time, and I'll see you guys back here in just a sec. So it's literally been a couple of seconds, and the reason why, unfortunately I can't get a new one of these anywhere other than Ford, so that's not coming till next week. Still waiting on the tie rod removing tool, because it's not arrived yet. So while we're waiting on all those parts coming in, let's give the car a service. And much like the Orange Fiesta, it's not a full service. We're going to change the air filter and change the oil out for new oil and a new oil filter. So with that, let's crack on and get that done. Man, these cars are super simple to service yourself. So with that, guys and girls, that's going to be the end of this week's episode. A little bit shorter one again, but I wasn't expecting to have to wait on parts and tools and whatever else. Hope you're still sticking around to this point in the video. And if you are, I'll give you a wee sneak peek of what the alloys look like now that they're back from powder coating. How good do they look? Look at them. They look amazing. So in next week's episode, what we're going to do, we'll strip this shocky down to get the spring out of it, put the rest of it in the bin, refit it into the car, put the new tie rod, track rod end on, and hopefully that'll fix the camber issue. Then we'll get its wheels put back on, get it down off the quick jacks, and start the detailing of this car, because it is in desperate need of one, both externally and internally. If you're new around here, click the subscribe button for me, it's down there. smash the thumbs up for me as well, that'd be absolutely awesome. And as always guys and girls, I hope you're keeping well and I hope you're keeping safe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.